Welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt and this is Crypto. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Kaspa, the state of the market, and give you a couple of altcoins that I'm looking at the moment. If that sounds like it could be for you, like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you want to join my Discord, which is 100% free to join only for the next 2 weeks, scroll down, click the link, and I'll see you there. Here I give all my trades, market thoughts, and we have a DGen section where we have traders that have hit 20, 30 X's over the last few days. So if you want to join a pretty awesome community that'll only have free entry for the next couple of weeks, scroll down, click the link, and I'll see you there. Cheers, legends. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so as I'm talking, the God candle on Bitcoin is forming. So Bitcoin at the moment is breaking out. Bitcoin broke up into new all-time highs, had this consolidation before forming a descending channel. Since then, we broke out, covered that. We have had an accumulation, pump, accumulation, pump, accumulation, and we've just broken out, and now we're ripping into all-time highs. There is relentless bidding of Bitcoin going on at the moment, and yeah, the market is getting pretty damn excited. Bitcoin is now at its all-time high price, and as we are talking, it is getting higher and higher. Ethereum is just looking like it wants to break out as well. ETH is up 13% over the last couple of days, and Ethereum is coming up into a little bit of resistance, but if Bitcoin keeps cooking, I expect Ethereum to break out and then have a parabolic run up. A couple of other things I'm looking at the moment. So we've got Ethereum BTC pairs. So we have been going down for multiple years, really, since 2022. We have just kind of put in our largest increase over the last few weeks since around May last year, but this is still a bit of a watch this space. Really, we want Ethereum to start performing strongly if we want to see our altcoins do quite well. Bitcoin dominance is also the other thing I'm looking out for. Bitcoin dominance has been in an uptrend over the last 3 years, and although there was a little bit of downward movement in Bitcoin dominance, it is still very much in an uptrend. So we want to keep an eye on this, as when we do get a breakdown in Bitcoin dominance, if we get a breakdown, that is going to be really good for altcoins. The market is looking pretty damn good. Ethereum's looking good. Bitcoin is looking great. And altcoins are starting to move. Let's have a bit of a look at Kaspa, which is the reason that a lot of you are here. Now, looking at it on the lower time frames, we have had this really nice kind of upward support level that we have been tapping. We broke above a few key levels. First one in that 7.3 cents. Then we broke right above our next level around the 8.2, punched up, hit the resistance, retested that level, hit the resistance, came back down, retested the support. Since then, we've broken above and then used that 10.4 cent mark as support. So flip that from resistance, as we had it there, into support. So that's called an SR flip. And now it looks like we are continuing on up. If the markets keep cooking, I expect Kaspa to perform pretty damn strongly. Now, I know it's been frustrating if you've been a Kaspa holder for a long period of time. However, a lot of altcoins have bled to absolute dust over the last couple of years. Kaspa is not one of those. Kaspa might not have netted you enormous gains if you got in after the 2023 run-up. However, it has been a stalwart of crypto. It has been one of those coins that has been here. They've been grinding. They are now 10 blocks per second, making them the fastest proof of work crypto out there. So hats off to the Kaspa team. They are doing absolutely great work. So yeah, Kaspa looking fairly good on the chart. Couple of key levels that we have coming up. So a little bit of a level here at that 12.1 cents. And then next line is just under the 15 cent mark. Where am I getting those levels from? Well, if you want to have a look at it on the weekly, these are key levels that we have used as support and resistance in the past. As I said, really just over the 12 cent mark, 14.8, 17 cents, all-time highs just under 19 cents. And then yeah, then we're looking to run up. So now a couple of altcoins that I'm looking at, well, two main narratives. First narrative we've got is AI. I'm super bullish on AI, and I think there are a lot of really undervalued AI picks out there at the moment. One of the ones that I'm most excited on is Desync. If you aren't familiar with Desync, have a look into it. I'm going to be making a video on Desync over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's a really exciting AI play. Have a look at Desync. It's at a good accumulation range for me. If you want to zoom all the way out, this is looking at it on the daily, having some price history over the past 12 months. We have a good amount of support around here at the 13 cent mark. So I think it's a pretty good trade at these levels. It'd be great if you could buy closer to the 13 cent mark. And it's quite an easy invalidation. if this starts breaking below the 12-cent mark, it's a cut it and cut your losses for me. I'm expecting the markets to really pick up. I'm expecting ETH to pick up, and I'm expecting ETH altcoins and AI projects to really start cooking. Desync, that'd be one of my number one AI picks. Then we have Hash AI. I've been super bullish on this for absolute ages, made great money on it, but I am still holding a huge bag of Hash AI. Becca is hugely bullish on it, and one of the reasons that it pumped recently was Becca did mention it. It's going to be one of these projects that I think he keeps mentioning throughout the cycle. A simple explanation of what Hash AI does is it uses artificial intelligence to determine the most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine at any given time. They have an enormous amount of crypto mining rigs and software. The AI then, after it determines the most profitable proof of work to mine, then diverts all the mining rigs to mine that. So at one stage, it might be more profitable to mine Kaspa. Then it might be more profitable to mine Bitcoin. And then it might be more profitable for the mining rigs to mine Dogecoin. So it would then mine Dogecoin, etc., etc. I think it's a really cool concept, and they have a lot of big backers, and they have actual hardware, which they post regularly on their X account. Next up, we also have another AI project, GPUs. In essence, GPU or Node AI, it's all about graphics processing units and the decentralization of them. AI, gaming, are hugely computational heavy and require GPUs. Nvidia, the second largest company in the world, just under Microsoft, they are highly involved in the making of GPUs, graphics processing units. AI is the future, and AI needs GPUs. I think the narrative is super easy for retail to understand. So they're going to look down, see the ticker is GPUs, see the narrative makes a lot of sense going, there's a lack of GPUs in the world. There is the second largest company in the world makes GPUs. The decentralization of GPU is something that makes sense to retail. So I think GPU is going to do quite well as well. And at these levels, after a nice little SR flip, I think you could enter GPU with a bit of confidence. So those are my 3 AI picks. Then I'm going to be talking about a few meme coins. These are a little bit more degenerate, but first up, we have Book of Ethereum. For meme coins, I think this is quite a safe play. The narrative is so damn strong here. Not only do we have FBB4, the ethical whale that has been aping in, but the team behind Book of Ethereum have been leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for you to follow. If you haven't been paying attention, I've got a bunch of videos on it, but in essence, Ethereum co-founders and Ethereum developers have been recently interacting with Book of Ethereum's content. Joseph Lubin has interacted with them. Now, Joseph Lubin is one of the co-founders of Ethereum. He also founded Consensus, who were the company that made MetaMask. So in essence, the guy that created the company that created MetaMask is interacting with Book of Ethereum. And Joseph Lubin is a huge name in crypto. The fact that him and a bunch of other really key influential people in the Ethereum ecosystem are interacting with a meme coin. This is the only meme coin he's ever done it with. Yeah, I think that is pretty cool. There is also rumors that Shiba Prophet, who is the CMO of Book of Ethereum, might be Ryoshi Research, which is the pseudonymous creator or creators of Shiba Inu. So yeah, huge ties there. Book of Ethereum at a $17 million market cap. I think you could do a lot worse. That's my number one meme coin pick. Couple of other meme coins. I think Pepecoin, super undervalued right now. They're doing some really cool stuff. Also, chart looks bottomed out, so you could bid with quite a lot of confidence here with Pepecoin. Now, this is the original Pepe. I've got a bunch of videos on it as well. Give them a watch if you're not familiar with the narrative, but yeah, $45 million market cap. Don't be buying it up here when everyone is posting about it. Buy it down here when everyone's flooding it and people are not wanting to have any association with Pepecoin. So yeah, hugely bullish Pepecoin. DXY, this is a super degenerate play, but love the team. I've been chatting to them quite a bit. Love the narrative. In essence, the narrative is a new degenerate currency for the degens of crypto. DXY is the US dollar index, and DXY, the ticker, is the US degen index. So yeah, I love that narrative. Also, their goal is to flip the dollar. That happens at a market cap of 1 billion. So pretty cleverly in their tokenomics, after their market cap gets to 1 billion, their token price gets to $1. So yeah, really cool. Love the narrative. I like that it is going to be a new dollar for the degens. Very early. This one is super under the radar, super degen, but yeah, could do a lot worse than checking it out. CAs, I'm going to leave all the contract addresses in the video. Clean contract. Great team who've been working really damn hard since they CTO'd it at the end of last year. I've been holding it all the way up, I've been holding it all the way down, and I'm going to hold it all the way up into all-time highs. very high confidence micro cap pick. We also have Barry, been getting more involved with the Badger community. Nate, an absolute legend. So I like talking Barry with him. He's one of the guys on the Barry team. Yeah, I've had a couple of spaces with him. Really nice dude, and love the fact that Barry, the narrative there is the artist who drew Barry is Fatal Pen. Now, Fatal Pen is the OG Toshi artist. So Toshi, the second largest meme coin on base, the artist that drew Toshi, is the artist that draws all the Barry art. Very bullish on that, and very bullish on the fact that it was also released on Toshimart. So I think this could be the most successful project released on Toshimart, and I think Toshi could be one of the most successful meme coins on base. Barry sitting here at a market cap of 344k, super undervalued, super undervalued. Join the Telegram. I think you'll see why. A couple of other honorable mentions. We have Brett on Ethereum, market cap of 12.7 million, so a little bit higher market cap. That's the OG Brett, the first Brett. Love the Brett community, so shout outs to them. And last but definitely not least, we have Turbo. So Turbo, bullish on the first AI Turbo Toad, first AI meme coin, first AI meme coin blockchain. They're working on so much cool stuff. Rent Mankind, great guy. Had an interview with him. Yeah, if you haven't watched that, check it out. Follow me on Twitter. I do a lot of interviews live with people if they are willing to give me the time to have honest conversations. That is going to wrap it up for my meme coin. Summarizing thoughts. Overall, super bullish. I don't think it's ever a great idea to FOMO open a large long when we've punched to all-time highs. But I think if we do head up a little bit higher, you could bid with quite a bit of confidence a retest of old all-time highs around that 106k mark. Wouldn't surprise me if we punch straight up to 120k. I think retail is going to start FOMOing in. There's going to be a lot more news coverage on Bitcoin. People are going to be thinking we're going to miss the boat. Let's all pile in. Money's going to come in. Altcoins are going to pump. And yeah, I think if you're positioned now, you could do pretty damn well. Not financial advice. This is just my thoughts. Either way, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.